You are now listening to the Fighting Back Podcast, and here's your host, Jessica Travis.
So we're here at the AHA conference, and Amy, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me today.
Well, thank you for having me.
It. So I want to introduce you a little bit to our listeners and to get a little background on you. So you put together the Exceptional Needs Today newsletter, magazine.
Yes, magazine.
Tell me a little bit about the inspiration for creating that. Like, how did that happen?
Well, I've been in publishing for about 36 years. I started with magazines in Charleston, South Carolina, and so I had a real love for them. I come from a publishing family. My mother was editor-in-chief of many newspapers in Connecticut, so I kind of grew up in a newsroom. So that's been like a natural thing for me.
So you knew publishing, you knew
publishing,
magazines.
right? And my grandmother did radio shows and so and she was a syndicated columnist. So this was just. So
you really know publishing.
This has been my life,
yeah.
Yes. And I vowed when I left college after I vowed not to do this. And then, of course, my first job, I was excited about a magazine that offered me a position. And I was like, I got to try it. So I've worked for different newspapers. I worked for a newspaper in Florida, in Seminole County, for 10 years. And so it's just been a progression of integrating in the communities. And I was a volunteer, actually, here in Central Florida. I live in the Charlotte area now. But about 10 years, I was in the classrooms every week helping teachers. And so I was helping them with reading with the kids and testing them. And so I was really involved in, watching the education of children. And some children just fly through and some children struggle. And children who left, do extra work. And while it was amazing school and amazing experience, I did see the discrepancies. I did see how hard it was for teachers to manage everybody. I heard parents who were not happy, so even though it was a wonderful school system.
Right.
And so this has been kind of like a gift to myself almost, because I've been in publishing for so long. My heart belongs to continuing to educate and inform and have a more inclusive community. And so that's where this was born. And I also worked for an autism magazine 12 years ago, which kind of got me more into the community. And so when I left that magazine, I decided to start my own that included more people beyond autism.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask what that spark was that had you, was there like an aha moment or a spark that had you think of the Exceptional News Today, that was a need that we had in the community?
Yes. Well, actually, when I had quit my other job, I wasn't sure where I would go, because I was like, do I continue to do this? It's something I do love. Maybe I should just do something within my community. And then my uncle called me from England. And he's like, you need to just start your own magazine. Why are you not going to continue? This is what you love. And I was like, I don't know if I can, but let me see. And then I started getting emails and LinkedIn messages from a lot of people I'd worked with previously. And they're like, why aren't you continuing? Like, we believe in you. You need to do this. So in 2020, in the midst of the beginning of the virus, I was like, well, let me start a publishing company.
Great time to start a business.
Yes, I just saw the need, and I could see, how, there's not enough awareness and acceptance and inclusion.
For the listeners who don't know what the Exceptional Needs Today magazine is all about, can you tell us a little bit about what the magazine is and who it's for and how to access it?
Okay, it's published mainly for a large group of people. That was I wanted my audience to be vast, and so it's for doctors, educators, lawyers, parents, caregivers, advocates, and self-advocates too. I'm very proud that we've had many people. Some are columnists who are on the spectrum, or have different disabilities, and some actually are non-talkers, and so they're able to write for me. And I think that is just a beautiful thing, that we can bring the whole community together to listen, so people can have their own voice.
And so we're here at the AHA conference. And what drew you to this conference? What made you decide that this was the conference that you wanted to attend and be a part of?
Well, I've worked and actually partnered with Janetta Bryant over the past 5-ish, 6 years.
She is amazing.
I know her heart. I knew it would be the most amazing experience because I knew she could draw people in. She's such a people person.
She is.
And I just knew that she would pull in all different, not just one kind of group or offering. She had like attorneys. She has, different companies that help and nonprofits. So I just knew that was the community we try to reach and we try to have as writers. So, and I knew a few people coming, but I've been like, I feel how great it was to see people I've never met before and try to continue to show them our magazine and to learn what they're doing too. I've already asked about 4 people to write articles because they've been like perfect for what we do.
I love this.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody listening who wants to access your magazine, how can they get a hold of it?
You just go to exceptionalneedstoday.com and you can access, we have a blog on there as well that is free. It has over 100 articles, so you can just go through those. And we also offer the magazine. You can have a 1-year subscription renewed annually, or you can get 1 issue at a time, which costs a little bit more, but if you're not sure, that's another way to go. So we hope everybody, subscribes and becomes a part of our community.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me today. This was really great getting to know you.
Thank you. It was really good to meet you, too.
And I hope everybody gets involved and takes a look at your magazine. It's going to be really informational.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for listening. If you found this episode helpful or informative, don't forget to follow us on social media and share this podcast with your friends. Like, follow, subscribe so you never miss a show, and help others know their rights by spreading the word. Your support helps us keep fighting back. The information provided in the Fighting Back podcast is for general informational purposes only and is not intended as legal advice. Every case is unique and should be reviewed by a qualified attorney who can provide guidance based on the specific facts and circumstances of your case. Listening to this podcast does not create an attorney-client relationship with Fighter Law or any of its attorneys. If you are facing any legal issue, we strongly encourage you to consult with a licensed attorney directly.